Hello and welcome to WJTS Inform as we are meeting the candidates. There is a candidate running on the Democrat ticket unopposed in the primary election, but still running, and will be running against one of two opponents in the coming general election. That is Tom Spangler. Tom is running for U.S. Congress District 8 for the U.S. congressional seat. Tom,
right.
Welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think first of all what we'd like to do is for folks to know, who is Tom Spangler?
Well, Tom Spangler is a Du Bois County, I'm not a native. I was born in Monroe, Michigan, and moved down to Jasper here in 1984, my wife and I. And my wife Penny, we've been married for 43 years. We have two grown children, Thomas Andrew and Amy Haas, and 6 grandchildren, Bill. And I have to say something, grandchildren are more fun than children are. Exactly.
There is a lot of truth to that.
And being a small businessman, I have my own company. I'll back up here a little bit. What brought me down to Du Bois County was back in '84, I was recruited to join a furniture company here by the name of Executive Furniture in Huntingburg. And so I was there from '84 until '93, and we sold the company, and I joined another company that was located in Baltimore, of which I purchased in 2002 the intellectual property of the company and moved it here to Jasper, and now that's my company. It's a sales and marketing company for furniture.
Well then, what would possess you to run for Congress?
Well, that's a good question and a good story. What really started was back this past October. As we all know, the government shut down. Congress shut our country down. And I've never been in politics. This is my first time running. And I started looking at what was going on and saying, why is this happening? Why can't we have elected officials, why can't they decide on things? Why do they have to shut down our country? You know, Bill, if I shut down my company for 17 days, what would happen? What would happen if you shut down this station for 17 days? Would you still have the followers? Would you still have the viewers?
Right.
That wouldn't happen. But they decided to shut down our country. And so that really got me mad. And then the following Sunday, after the country, the country came back from the shutdown, I was sitting in church, and our pastor was preaching of all things on Romans 13, which is the authority to the government. And our pastor was saying that, we need to respect the government, we need to pray for our leaders, and we also need to support them. And so he made one other interesting comment, and that was, if you want to do something and do something positive, then run for office. And Bill, that hit me. That hit me right here. Because I tell you, I'm a born-again Christian. And I know Jesus Christ is my personal Savior. And, the Bible is the perfect Word of God. And I follow that. And I use prayer as my point of making decisions. And so I just felt that I needed to do that. So I started exploring what needed to be done to run for Congress. And then after about a month and a half, it seemed like all the doors started opening up. And so here I am.
Here we are today. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, what are you're running for an office that has a million different issues, but what do you think are the most important issues that you need to address in your campaign?
Well, for me, number one is abortion. I think that issue right there is really the downfall of our country. And don't get me wrong, I really believe that America is a great country. We are number one. We are a wonderful country, no matter what people say about us, internally or outside of the country. But abortion is the number one issue. And I'll say this, that abortion is murder, and life begins at conception. And if I'm elected, I would, one of the first bills that I would try to present was the fact that life begins at conception. If we can get that decided, Bill, if we can get that one item decided, then the Roe versus Wade and everything else will basically go away. Mm-hmm. And then our country, I think, would prosper in many different areas. So that's one issue. Another issue is term limitations. I believe that Congress needs term limitations. That's what's wrong. We have too many career politicians. We have people, congressmen there 10, 20 years. I'll tell you this, if I'm elected, I will serve one more term. I believe that Congress should have term limitations of 4 years, two terms.
Okay.
Another issue would be the Postal Service. I believe that we need to have and bring respect to the Postal Service. It's a shame on how over the past years that Congress has made a concerted effort to bring down the heart of this country in trying to privatize the Postal Service. There's a lot of hardworking people there, a lot of veterans work in our Postal Service, Bill. And we need to protect that, and we need to make it right. It's a shame that, it's one of the only agencies in the government that they are required to fund their retirement 78 years out. Why don't, if that's going to happen, why doesn't some of the other agencies do that too? So we need to protect that agency. That's like apple pie here in America, the Postal Service. Another thing is immigration, okay? We have a fantastic Hispanic community here in Du Bois County. And because of that community, we have companies that are running Farbest and other companies that depend on this community to provide the labor. And it's a shame that right now in Congress there's a bill, and the Speaker of the House, John Boehner, has been sitting on that bill and will not let that pass. We need to find a pathway to citizenship for our fine Hispanic community and all people. I mean, you think about it, we're all immigrants. We all are. And so we need to find a way that we can do what the Statue of Liberty says, let's welcome our people that are here. There's a lot of hardworking people that want to become citizens of our country.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues, but one issue that seems to be every day in the news is the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
What's your position on that?
Well, Bill, the Affordable Care Act, let me say this. Our country, placed a very high priority on education. And that has allowed our country to grow and really to become the country that it is today. Since the last presidents, President Reagan, a very fine president, the Clinton president, the Bushes, each one of those presidents tried to come up with a affordable health care plan. They all failed. President Obama was successful in getting a health care plan passed. Is it right? Is it perfect? Just like in life, Bill, there's nothing that's perfect. There's a lot of things wrong with it. But there's also a few things that are right with it. Number one is the fact that pre-existing conditions. I mean, I can relate to that. My wife went through breast cancer a number of years ago. And after we went through that battle, it seemed like that we had a scarlet letter tied to our name every time we tried to apply for insurance or get a lower cost in insurance because she had a pre-existing condition. The other thing is the fact that it's there to help people who don't have insurance. My grandson, he's in college. He's on his father's insurance plan. Now, if we didn't have that bill today, he would have to come up with some insurance. So that's a good part. Besides that, 7.5 million people have already signed up for it. So that says something. But there's also some bad parts. You know, the mandate, the individual mandate. That's wrong. You know, as Americans, we believe in freedom. We don't like to be told what to do. So that's an issue. I truly believe that you know, certainly, you know, our congressman, who is a doctor who knows about health care, instead of voting 50 times to repeal it, he and a lot of the other people in Congress should have taken the time to say, how can we take what we have here with all the many problems to it and make it better? So that's how we can improve something, rather than just saying no, no, no. You know, we need to try to find out how we can take something and make it better. Bill.
Okay, now just, you know, we'd love to have more time, but we're limited on time. Any closing remarks you'd like to make?
Well, as I said, this is my first time running for Congress. Well, first time running for elected office, really. And I appreciate the opportunity to address my voters. And Bill, I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. And I think this is essential with what has happened over the last few weeks with campaign finance. It seems like the people or the parties or the ones that are running that has the most money will get the most media. Okay, this is something that will help the voters become more knowledgeable. And I will say this again, you know, I believe in one term, two terms, and if I'm elected, I will serve you, I will work very hard, and I will now ask for your vote. As a Democrat running for Congress, I will ask for your vote. Thank you.
Tom, thank you very much. It's been really a pleasure meeting with you. Our guest has been Tom Spangler, Democrat running for U.S. Congress. Now, he is running unopposed in the primary, but will be running against an opponent in the coming general election. That is the 8th District U.S. Congress. Tom Spangler is his name. We thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.
That's right.